Please rise for the presentation of the colors by Hamilton High School Air Force ROTC and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by CGC Men's Ensemble.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Robert Billy McIntyre, ASCGCC Student Body President.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may now take your seats.
Congratulations on your well-deserved success, class of 2022. I'm Kevin Hartke, Mayor of the City of Chandler, and as the first member of my family to graduate from college, I know exactly what you're feeling. Excitement, eagerness, nervousness for the future, and everything in between. Today is officially the start of the rest of your lives, whatever and wherever that may lead. Enjoy it, celebrate yourselves, and be extremely proud. You did it. And on behalf of the Chandler City Council, congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2022. You've made it through a lot and overcome. Whether you came to Chandler-Gilbert to move up in your company, out to the workplace, or on to a university, we are very proud and know you will do great things. Congratulations.
Excited you've graduated. Congratulations from psychology. Hooray!
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Felicidades.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Congrats! Congratulations, Chandler-Gilbert graduates from the Business and Community Studies Division.
From your advising and career service team,
Congratulations!
Welcome to the 2022 Chandler-Gilbert Community College Commencement Ceremony. My name is Donna Thompson, and I am honored to serve as the Faculty Senate President. Before we begin today's celebration, we would like to be intentional in recognizing the physical space that we exist upon today. Chandler-Gilbert Community College and the Maricopa Community Colleges acknowledge the land our colleges are situated on today as the traditional land and home of the O'odham, Peepash, and Yavapai peoples. There are 22 federally recognized tribes in Arizona and 574 across the United States. We acknowledge the painful history of genocide and forced removal from this territory, and we honor and respect the many diverse indigenous peoples still connected to this land on which we gather. We take this opportunity to thank the original caretakers of this land. We offer our respect to their elders and to all indigenous people of the past, present, and future. You're probably expecting an uplifting speech about your successes and bright futures, but I'm going to talk to you today about water. Water is essential to life, reflective, a conductor, without fixed form, naturally occurring but finite, and it ebbs and flows. It is unique in that it is bipolar, not in that psychological sense, but because the molecule has a positive charge on the hydrogen side and a negative charge on the oxygen side. Water is the only naturally occurring substance on Earth that can be found in 3 physical states. It is cohesive and adhesive, allowing it to stick to other water molecules to create droplets and oceans, as well as to stick to other molecules in contact, like a water droplet on a blade of grass. These bonds create surface tension, which allows things to float. Water likes to hang out with other water molecules. For water, oil molecules are like that acquaintance you invite to the beach. They show up, but they don't really want to get wet. They're a bit hydrophobic. But when oil and water do mix, it's called an emulsion for those scientists in our crowd today. In your everyday life, an emulsion is better known as butter, cream, vinaigrettes, and the other essential element of life, chocolate. In studying water, we can examine fluid dynamics, which help us understand the evolution of stars, ocean currents, weather patterns, plate tectonics, and even blood circulation. But enough science before I lose the artsy folks in the crowd. Greg Luft writes, in the story of life and death, water can serve as the antagonist, the protagonist, the plot, the theme, and the conflict. Water's immense power is central to local, national, and international political scuffles. It continues to determine geography and the history of human life. Social systems and customs are intimately tied to availability of water, and there is no economy on Earth that does not leverage its value or suffer from its scarcity. Records of impact often are found concealed underwater as a lure for anthropologists. Its influence in language, music, and theater is extensive. In Feng Shui, water is connected to wisdom, intuition, and fluidity. 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water. We are literally surrounded by and full of this stuff and imaginatively drowning in its influence. As you graduate, we encourage you to be like water. Be willing to transform, to change your state of mind, to reconfigure your outlook, to alchemize the baser elements of our global existence into gold. Bond with and learn from like-minded souls and from your polar opposites. Provide the cohesion that creates a support system for others and allows them to float and thrive. Be the conduit through which the transfer of knowledge occurs. Be contemplative, self-questioning, self-observant, and self-searching. Recognize that life changes, that you will change. It's been said that no person ever steps into the same river twice, for it's not the same river and they are not the same person. You are a different individual every minute. Learn all you can from this day so that you can teach it to who you will be tomorrow. Especially during these days of war, pandemic, inequality, injustice, the loss of fundamental personal and political rights, and where might is utilized more frequently than compassion, we urge you to collaborate with your fellow molecules to employ your water power for the good of all. On behalf of the faculty, congratulations. It is now my honor to introduce the president of Chandler-Gilbert Community College, Dr. Greg Peterson.
Good afternoon. What an amazing day. Okay, that's the lamest response I've had all day. We're gonna try this again. Good afternoon. What an amazing day. Thank you. I want to thank Faculty Senate President Thompson for her comments. Thank you for setting the tone for this afternoon as we celebrate such an important milestone in the lives of our students. I want to take a moment and acknowledge and show appreciation to the elected officials who are with us today and whose willingness to partner and advocate for CGCC and our students has made us a better college and better in our communities. If I can ask Mayor Bridget Peterson to please stand to be recognized. Thank you. All right, now let's talk about who really matters here, the class of 2022. And who is the class of 2022? The class of 2022 consists of 1,320 graduates, earning 1,132 degrees and 373 certificates. That's impressive. The youngest graduate is 17, with 10 graduates being dual-enrolled high school students. And the oldest graduate is 77 years old. I mean, 77 years young. These graduates were among the 1,073 students who completed service in our local community this year, with over 7,614 hours of service provided. This is just one example of the amazing impact that the class of 2022 has on our world. Now let's show off a bit. Graduates, get ready to get some exercise and some attention. At this afternoon ceremony, many students are graduating in some of our key programs at Chandler-Gilbert. Please stand if you're receiving a degree or certificate in Applied Technology. Now, I'm just going to tell you, I got a list here, so we'll see who's loudest. Education. General Studies. Health Sciences. Science, Technology, Engineering, or Math, or STEM. Visual and Performing Arts. Please stand if you are graduating in one of our many other amazing programs at the college. Please stand if you are transferring to a university or other college to continue your studies. Now stand if you are going to go right to work or you're advancing your career. Please stand if you are the first in your family to complete a college certificate or degree. That is amazing. Stand if you are caring for children or other loved ones while a student. Okay, now I know none of you are going to stand, but please stand if you've spent some really long nights studying or doing homework in order to pass a class. And stand if you ever doubted that you would be here today. Congratulations for not giving up. The class of 2022 is also very academically gifted. This year, 86 graduates received scholarships, and please stand if you were one of them. 49 graduates are honors students and have excelled in their studies, having met the rigorous honors program guidelines. Please stand if you're one of these honor students. Today, you will see that many of our graduates, 356 to be exact, are graduating with academic distinctions. Graduates who earned a 3.5 to 3.69 GPA are recognized with distinction by wearing white cords. Please stand if you are one of these graduates. Graduates who have earned a 3.7 to 3.89 are recognized with high distinction by wearing red cords. Please stand if you're one of these students. And graduates who have earned a 3.9 to 4.0 are recognized with highest distinction by wearing blue cords. Please stand if you're one of these amazing students. In addition, 9 students are graduating today with a 4.0 GPA, and I'd like to recognize 2 of them in this commencement ceremony by name: Sydney Broughton and Brianna Sharp. Congratulations. The class of 2022 also represents dedication and great service to our country and communities, with 42 veterans among our graduates. If I can ask all veterans in attendance to please stand to be recognized. Thank you. There's another group we need to recognize today that made the class of 2022 possible. We know that this achievement isn't done alone, and there are a lot of people who stood by you, behind you, and maybe at times in front of you, pulling you along. Will all the family, friends, and supporters of our graduates please stand? Thank you for your sacrifices, your encouragement, your support, and your care. Today is proof that all of it was well worth it. Finally, there is one more group I need to recognize. These graduates are prepared for the future because of the dedicated efforts of Chandler-Gilbert Community College's faculty and staff. I am humbled to work with such an amazing team who are committed to the success of every single one of our students. Can I please ask our faculty and staff to stand to be recognized? You notice all of our faculty got all dressed up for you, and our staff are wearing the beautiful yellow shirts around. We're surrounded. We're here for you. Congratulations again, the class of 2022. There's one more individual I would like to take a moment to recognize. Dr. Bill Guerrero has served as the Vice President of Academic Affairs for CGCC for the last 20 years, and even as interim president for a few years during that time period. This means he has participated in 20 CGCC commencement ceremonies like today, and carries the legacy of this amazing celebration. As Dr. Guerrero is retiring this year, I would like to ask him to share one more time some reflections on this amazing day and the success of our students. Please help me welcome Dr. Guerrero.
Thank you very much, Dr. Peterson. And a word to you graduates, I just found out yesterday that I was going to have an opportunity to speak with you. So this illustrates the power of the impromptu speech. If any of you have ever been called upon to do that, you know what I mean, and you may in the future. And so you know that when you have to give a speech, it's a good idea to have a theme. And it occurred to me that maybe a good theme is please stand. But I'm going to use a different approach. So please remain seated if you want to hear another speech from somebody else on this stage. Thank you. Faculty, please remain seated if you got tired of grading on Wednesday evening and just decided to give everybody a B. See how this works? But the theme that occurred to me when I knew I was going to have a chance to share some of my reflections participating in 20 commencement exercises at Chandler-Gilbert is looking around this room, this space that we're in. The theme that occurred to me is I never thought I would see this day when we're all be able to gather inside in the air conditioning and celebrate commencement. And so this theme, I never thought I would see this day, and I thought about our graduates and I thought about all their families. And then I quickly realized that the real theme should be, I always wanted to see this day. And so I want you to just take a few minutes as you sit and listen to the presentations and sit and think about all that you had to do to get to where you are today and all the things that you're going to do in the future. And think about the fact that this was a day you always hoped would come. And there will be other days like this. I was joking with somebody earlier that I should have dusted off the 4 diplomas that I have from 1969, 1973, 1989, and 2009, and shared those with you. So you will have other accomplishments that are educational, that are personal, that are professional, and I want you to take pride in all of them. And I want you to take special pride, whether you're one of our graduates, one of the family members and loved ones who are here to support the graduates, and all the faculty and staff who work so hard to get to this moment of success, and will continue to do that. I should close by saying that the president said I had 2 minutes to speak, and the faculty senate president would hit me with that big stick that she carries if I don't finish. So thank you very much. I'll tell you the story of that stick another day. There's got a history there. But before I do leave the podium, I want to introduce the individual who is going to bring us to the next part of our program. And she is Dr. Felicia Ramirez Perez, our Interim Vice President of Student Affairs. Felicia. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Guerrero. Got to do a selfie moment. Hey. Welcome, everybody. Today is the day to celebrate you, our students, and what better way to hear from not one, but two of your fellow graduates. Arad Arasta was born and raised in Iran and has been extremely dedicated to service during his time at CGCC, volunteering over 150 hours of service this last semester. He has worked as a peer mentor in student success and served as Phi Theta Kappa chapter president. Arad is an all Arizona academic team, first team placement, and a Jack Kent Cook semifinalist. Arad is pursuing a degree in medicine where he plans to bring better access to healthcare to historically unserved communities. Our next speaker, Aurora Blankenbecker, is graduating with the highest honors distinction with her associates in biological sciences. She's an officer for the student organization, One Voice, an organization dedicated to providing a safe environment for people who identify as LGBTQA+, as well as opportunities for social interaction, education, relevant issues, and promising participation in school and community. Aurora plans to continue her education at the University of Washington, pursuing a degree in microbiology. Please welcome Arad and Aurora.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm honored to be standing here in front of you giving out this speech. Let me begin by saying congratulations to the CGCC class of 2022. You've made it despite facing many obstacles, challenges, and uncertainties. Everyone had a unique story and experience here, but there's one common thing between us. We have all shown determination and perseverance to be here today and to receive this diploma. We completed courses that we enjoyed and those we just had to take, but we persevered. We completed assignments that felt like they would never end, the lectures that felt like an infinite time loop. And let's not forget about how stressful it was to take an exam while our every move was being monitored by a computer. We have been through a lot of good and bad, and along the way we have failed, but came back stronger and smarter. We have learned things about ourselves, the people around us, and of course, our fields of study. I started my journey here at CGCC by enrolling for the fall of 2020 semester. I entered without knowing what I wanted to pursue, probably similar to many of you. It only took a few science courses for me to find my passion for the art of science, specifically biology. The research projects offered by Dr. Vellner and Dr. Richardson and my involvement here were the main reason why I chose to pursue biology. I've been involved with leadership and service activities on and off campus, one of which was being the Phi Theta Kappa chapter president. And I have to give a big shout out to Dr. Tinkle Williams and Ryan Kane for giving me this opportunity. Like many of you, I'm planning to stay connected with my community by attending ASU starting in the summer. I have to thank CGCC Student Life for the opportunities and events they provided us. Whether it was leadership and service activities, multicultural and co-curricular events, clubs and organizations, and I can't forget the best part, free food. These opportunities helped us explore different areas and fields, impact the community, put our leadership skills to test, and more importantly, we build connections and friendships that will last beyond this stage of our lives. Not even to mention, all of these were offered to us despite being faced by a pandemic. So again, a shout out and a big thank you to CGCC Student Life and Leadership. Let's not forget about the academic part of our journey. The faculty have supported us through our journey, taught us life skills and knowledge that we will use and carry in our future endeavors. I have to say, one of the most important skills learned in the classroom was learning how to use technology, more specifically Zoom, which at this point, it may never leave us. Most of the knowledge learned in the classroom will be applicable to our daily lives, like how to write a chemistry equation. Well, I'm just kidding, but I have to say the faculty have been the foundation and the pillars of our education, and we have to thank them for their service. I know whether you're transferring to a university, entering the workforce, or whatever your next steps are, you will show determination and perseverance. You will succeed, and I'm beyond proud to be standing here with you as you have already taken the largest step into your future. Michelangelo once said, "The greater danger for most of us lies in not setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark." When thinking about your future goals, whether it's career goals, academic goals, personal goals, dream big, aim high, and work hard. Shoot for the stars, class of 2022. Shoot for the stars.
Well, who thought two biology speakers would be speaking tonight? But here we are. Now, when I blow these bubbles, I'm sure many of you have already started to form pictures in your minds. You may recall memories from your childhood of hot summer afternoons and bubble wands at the park where you desperately tried to grasp them before they floated too high, chasing after them before probably asking your parents to pick you up for another chance to pop them. Or you might think of those little bubbles that you got in gift bags that you had to wrestle to open before, again, you probably asked your parents for help. Or a dozen other memories that start to float through your head. Well, I think we can all agree we've grown a lot since these memories. However, I don't think we ever stopped playing with bubbles. They just took on a different form, in the social bubbles that we've created. Today, I want us to recognize those support structures that we built in our family, in our friends, in our schools, and even further out to future phases of our lives. And, like bubbles, this phase is about to pop. As a full-time honors student, part-time worker, and a club officer here at CGCC, I often get asked how I do it. And 9 times out of 10, my answer is going to be that I'm not sure. And I think many of us would give a similar answer. I feel we tend to forget just what we persevered through to get to this moment. We might cite caffeine or sleep, and those things certainly help, but it's also important to credit the drive that we have, the goals that we want to achieve that led us to choose this degree, and the drive that we have. Today, it's no small feat to be here. It shows the dedication needed to take countless credit hours, and the drive to actually take the information that you were given and put them into assignments. And all of these things we accomplished in no small part thanks to our support bubbles. Take a look around you, to the people who are here to support you, and maybe to the ones who weren't able to make it. And think about the impact that each one has had on you, and how they helped to get you where you are today. Now, I know it's cheesy, but it's still important to appreciate those who are here to help you. Alternatively, think about all you've persevered through to get to this point. The figurative or maybe literal mountains that you climbed, the paths you've traversed that could have stopped you, but they didn't. I mean, we lived through a literal pandemic, and here we are coming out of it with a degree. For some of us, this pandemic may have even shaped our lives in ways we won't soon forget. I know personally, it changed my degree path to focus on microbiology and epidemiology. And while tragedies befell these last 2 years, there was good that came from it. And our family, whether born into or made, is one of the bubbles that may change the most, but it's a bubble that doesn't pop. And it's important to rely on them in times of need and to celebrate with them in times of achievement. Now, take a look to your professors out in the crowd. We wouldn't be here without them. And a lot of times, they're one of the bubbles that we take for granted in our lives. They tend to float past us with their countless hours spent teaching, providing feedback, and being there for students in times of need going unnoticed. But it's an astonishing commitment, and something that they bear in order to see us succeed. And I don't think it's an exaggeration to say we're extremely grateful to them. On campus, we participated in clubs and honors programs, and off of campus, we participated in the juggling act that is life. But, sorry, we made a home here, no matter how brief it was. We made connections here. Whether it be through a computer screen, as we all desperately tried not to fall asleep during those early Zoom lectures that we maybe regretted signing up for later, or those hybrid classes that we all learned to navigate together. And finally, to the fully in-person experience that I'm sure many of us were grateful to have this last semester. We made friends with those who were older and younger. We made friends with professors and we laughed with them. We probably cried at a point or two, and I think we all panic texted a classmate about an assignment that we definitely forgot. But those are the memories, and maybe even the friends that will live with us forever. Now, if you'll join me, all the students were given a little bag. Inside that bag is gonna be a little thing of bubbles. And I want to invite you guys to blow those bubbles with me and to pop this phase of our life and to move on to our next greatest one. And it's only getting greater from here. To the 2022 spring graduating class of Chandler-Gilbert Community College.
Thank you, Arad and Aurora. And now please welcome back to the podium, Dr. Bill Guerrero, Vice President of Academic Affairs.
Thank you. We have reached the long-awaited moment. Today, we assemble to recognize those who have completed the requirements to be granted degrees and certificates. So will President Peterson come forward to accept the presentation of Summer 21, Fall of 21, and Spring of 2022 candidates for degrees and certificates. President Peterson, these candidates have completed all requirements for the degrees or certificates indicated and are recommended by the faculty for conferral of those degrees and certificates.
By conferring these degrees and certificates, this college bestows upon you the highest honor that it can give. Your faculty have certified to me and to the governing board that you have met the academic standards of this institution. Will all candidates for degrees and certificates please rise? All right, it's time to do this.
Please welcome Dr. Elliot Cherner and Marie Hunsinger, who will be reading your graduates' names. Please hold your applause until the last graduate has crossed the stage.
Aurora Blankenbecker.
George Solano.
Solange Mafik.
Allison Barenter.
Arad Araste.
Jean Weber.
Jin Ah Choi.
Rosemary Garcia.
Bertha Andrade.
Beyonce Beasley.
Shaylee Haga.
Maya Schmerfeld.
Joseph de la Rosa.
Amy Chavez.
Katie Kendricks.
Chris Melheisen.
Terry Leach.
Hannah Critchfield.
Jessica Munoz.
Brandon Berlin.
Haley Tom.
Raina Messenger.
Angela Huerta.
Kaylee Cesarano.
Augustine Ramos Turner.
Aliska Escalante.
Stephanie Denig.
Catherine Carbajal.
Savannah Hurt.
Celestial Pastelacqua.
Gracie Claw.
Nicholas Hodges.
Matthew Wildy.
Katrina Koo.
Nicolette Wagner.
Wilo Ahmed.
Brittany Rodriguez.
Kohei Dante.
Alani Rhodes.
India Reed.
Autumn Saliva.
Asia Reed.
Giselle Duran.
Isadora Escalera.
Hannah Wood.
Marissa Rodenkirk.
Caitlin Apley.
Skylar Tuck.
Noah Croman.
Ethan Morris.
Sammy Buhafsi.
Ismail Carrillo.
Yusuf Mabruk.
Andrew Sanchez.
Kennedy Fort.
Kent Rosario.
Portia Gonzalez.
Leticia Hernandez.
Jonathan Ellis.
Adriana Ramirez Navarro.
Bella Washington.
Brendan Charles.
Kiara Salter.
Bronson Chambrello.
Ariel Holton.
Kendall Peterson.
Cindy Ramos.
Miranda Kellos.
Gabriela Sanchez Tovar.
Anastasia Juarez Burke.
Mackenzie Sorensen.
Phoebe Cohen.
Tatum Utter.
Kirsty Burdeco.
Ella Dameron.
Brianna Sharp.
Andrew Hewitt.
Cheyenne Finney.
Sebastian Herrera.
Tammy Olson.
Yasmin Boomerzook.
Katie Lackey.
Colin Wertman.
Alexis Russo.
Sage Nelson.
Jacob Horton.
Daniel Casanova.
Keisha Tate.
Jamie Zaccoli.
Kaija Sullivan.
Drew Carter.
Audrey Red.
Anissa Sanchez.
Shanna Ronceval.
Jason Williams.
Caden Booker.
Kuok Kong Ho.
Ruin Larson.
Joseph Baldwin.
Richard Davis.
Yasmin Lapadu.
Jacob Hammer.
Candace Patterson.
Matthew Lickskin.
Tanner Reed.
Zachariah Kellett.
Elena Locke Hopkins.
Sinayat Waldo.
Demetrius Valdez.
Obi Borland.
Benjamin Gutteridge.
Chris Hoover.
Victoria Gibson.
Regina Roybal.
Angelica Osorno.
Justin Norris.
And special VIPs, Erica Ramirez and Malia Perez.
Jesus Gonzalez. Ethan Wallen. Owen Doheny.
Hi. Okay, there we go. All graduates, please rise. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the governing board of the Maricopa County Community College District, I am privileged to confer upon you the degree or certificate recommended by the faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. You are now graduates of Chandler-Gilbert Community College. There's one little detail about moving a tassel. Go ahead and move your tassels. There we go. Congratulations again, class of 2022. We're almost done. We just have one more really important thing to do. Let's get a selfie.
I've been grinding so long, been trying it for years. And I got nothing to show, just climbing this rope right here. And if there's a man upstairs, he kept bringing me rain. But I've been sending up prayers and something's changed. I think I finally found my hallelujah.
Graduates, at the conclusion of today's ceremony, please wait for your row to be dismissed. Family and friends, please wait for all graduates to exit the gym and meet them outside in the graduate pickup zone.
It's good to be alive right about now.